Today I'm going to be going over the gear list for a Grand Canyon road trip that I'm going to be taking with Cerberus. I'm going to go over all the stuff that I'm taking for him. Some of the stuff I have not tried yet, but I think it'll go well on this trip, and I'll do an updated review of those specific items. So first we've got the Purina Pro Plan Sensitive Skin and Stomach. He has some skin stuff that goes on. He also has a sensitive stomach, so that's what I've been giving him lately. It's a pretty good overall kibble. It's maybe not the most premium in the world, but if you're slightly budget conscious and you have a dog that has a sensitive stomach and skin issues, it can help with that. Next, we've got this back seat extender. This is just going to go over the back seat, basically make a little pouch for him to sit in during the trip. I'm not going to mess with any of the dog seat belts or anything like that. Um, it just doesn't seem especially safe for a 100+ pound dog. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put up some sort of a block between the passenger, or I guess the driver, and the back seat, just so that he doesn't fly through the windshield if I do get into an accident. But other than that, he's going to be able to just sit and lay down in the back seat, and I'll make it super comfortable for him. Next, we've got Musher's Secret. So this is a paw balm. We're going to be doing a bunch of um, hiking and walking during this trip. It'll be almost 2.5 weeks of hiking and walking. So I'm bringing that just to make sure that his paws are taken care of. We've been doing some conditioning lately just to get his paws ready. But I'm going to be using that Musher Secret every day. It's worked well so far. Hopefully it'll hold up during the trip. Next, we've got the Perfect glucosamine and chondroitin, advanced mobility, hip and joint health. This is really good to be giving your dog, especially if you have a larger breed like Cerberus. Uh, it's not as big of a deal when they're younger because you're not going to notice joint mobility issues as much, but as they get older, it's going to come into play a lot more. He's 4 years old, so hopefully he won't have any mobility issues, but if he does, this should help with that. Um, Next, I'm going to be giving him this Archelano wild caught fish oil for skin and coat support. It's also going to be able to give him a little bit more calories. I don't know if you how well you can see that, but that'll give him better calories and more of them, which he will be consuming during this trip. We've got the standard stainless steel bowls, two of those. In terms of treats, we've got these rod hoppers from Bully Max, and also the dog biscuits. What's nice about these is they're very high in protein, so they're going to help support that muscle recovery as we get through all the hiking and other physical activities that we'll be doing. The next set of items is going to be basically emergency stuff in case he gets injured. So I've got these adhesive bandages, which are just going to be something that I can use to wrap up if he has like a sprained ankle or something like that. The next item that I have is styptic powder, which is basically a blood clotter. So if he has some sort of a cut, uh, it's not going to help with major injuries, but it will help with minor cuts that you get. Sometimes people use this if they cut their dog's nails and accidentally cause them to bleed. So it just helps stop minor bleeding issues. Wound wash, same thing. I've used this before when dogs have been injured. This is a great way to clean out their wound without introducing something that's going to have a contaminant or that they won't like. And then they can pretty much take over and do the cleaning if it's a pretty minor wound. But this will help clean things out if we need to do that. Next, I've got two dog leashes. These are handmade dog leashes, and I'm actually going to be selling at some point. But I wanted to take them on this trip just so I could make sure that I fully trust them. So I've got the neon yellow and the black They are biothane leashes with stainless steel hardware. Um, yeah, they have 1,000 pound tensile strength, so they should work very well for this trip. Um, but I'll be putting those on the market hopefully next month or so. Next, we've got Nasty Critter, which is a leave-in conditioner. You can use this as a shampoo substitute as well, but I just figured this is probably the best option if I don't have an ideal grooming, um, I guess a water source. So I can basically rub this in his fur and just let him get in the water and get rid of the residue. Or if there's a little bit of leave-in, that's okay as well. Next, we've got his little jacket. I don't know that he'll really need this, but he does get cold at night, especially. I think the temperature is going to be dropping close to freezing some of the nights that we're going to be out there. So this is going to be there just in case he needs it. Of course, I'll have my own blankets that he can sleep on and all that, but I think this will be good to have just in case he needs a little bit extra. Then we've got the bark box, an unopened bark box. We're going to find out what's in that. It's just going to be treats and a few toys, but that'll give him something to do while we're out there if I need that. And the other item that we'll be taking is his Fi dog collar, which there's a more detailed review of on this channel. But that'll help just in case he somehow gets lost, which there's almost no chance it's going to happen because he's going to be with me the whole time. And lastly, there's this little travel water bottle, which is basically you just, here, I'll just put it here. You store the water in here, and then you can take off the cap and pour water into the cap to water your dog. So that'll be convenient if we do some little hikes and I need to keep him hydrated during those. But yeah, that's the list. Any of these items can be purchased via the paid links in the description below if you want some of them for your dog or a trip that you might be having soon. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's his gear list.